Well, good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. I'm Tom Hansen. The suspect in an Aberdeen hit and run that sent a boy to the hospital is expected to be in court this afternoon. The man's name will be released once he makes his initial court appearance. He was driving a black Chevy Silverado last Friday when he ran a red light and hit two boys in the crosswalk. Now, one of the boys suffered serious injuries and was taken to the hospital. Police say he is out of the hospital now, but will be in a long recovery. Coming up later today on KELOLAND News, we'll find out how police tracked down their suspect. A third person plans to plead guilty for his role in a western South Dakota fentanyl ring. Court documents say 41-year-old Ike Souter, 29-year-old Aubrey Hansen, and her father, 64-year-old John Hansen, worked together to bring more than 400 grams of fentanyl from Colorado to Rapid City. Now, that is enough of the drug to kill hundreds of thousands of people. Souter has signed documents saying he plans to enter a guilty plea. The Hansens have both pleaded guilty to dealing fentanyl and are now waiting to be sentenced. Turning now to a first look at your midday forecasts with meteorologist Megan Chatta. And some of us getting some sunshine out there, but some of us seeing a cloudy day, huh?
It's cloudy here in the east and we have sun in the west. Those clouds are going to try to break up this afternoon and into this evening. Right now, mostly cloudy skies in Sioux Falls at 68 degrees, southeast winds at 5 miles an hour. But clear skies with plenty of sunshine in Rapid City right now at 62, northeast winds at 6. Here's a look at satellite with those clouds mainly in the eastern half of KELOLAND. Those are sticking around as we go through the afternoon. Right now, nothing coming out of those clouds on KELOLAND Live Doppler. The next chance of rain comes Friday morning. Right now, we have 60 in Yankton, 65 in Brookings, 69 in Mobridge, 73 in Phillip, and 75 in Custer. We do have some strong winds in central KELOLAND, and those will stick around as we go through the rest of the afternoon and overnight. So for today, partly to mostly clear skies, 72 in Sioux Falls, 73 in Aberdeen, breezy 76 in Pierre, and 77 in Rapid City. For tonight, partly to mostly clear skies, lows around 53 in Sioux Falls, a breezy 56 in Aberdeen, windy and 58 in Pierre, and 52 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, that strong wind picks up for everyone. We'll have partly to mostly clear skies again, 81 in Sioux Falls, 78 in Aberdeen, 80 in Pierre, and 72 in Rapid City. Then on Friday, that chance of a few light rain showers coming through central and northeastern KELOLAND, keeping that stronger wind around. Partly cloudy skies for everyone. 85 in Sioux Falls, 76 in Aberdeen, 77 in Pierre, and 71 in Rapid City. This weekend, we're expecting warmer temperatures to return. Some could be in some record territory, at least in southeastern KELOLAND. We'll take a closer look at your 7-day forecast in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. Well, Hollywood writers are expected to return to work today. After union leaders voted to end the nearly 5-month-long strike, the Writers Guild of America and major studios reached a tentative deal over the weekend. The new 3-year contract includes pay increases and some protections against the use of artificial intelligence. Members have about 2 weeks to vote on that new contract. Meanwhile, members of the Screen Actors Guild picketed outside Warner Brothers studio as their strike entered its 75th day. The Actors Union still has no scheduled meetings with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, which represents the studios. Now, the two parties have not talked since the beginning of this strike. Well, a judge has ruled that Donald Trump committed fraud for years while building the real estate empire that catapulted him to fame and the White House. A judge found that the former president and his sons, Don Jr. and Eric, and the Trump Organization deceived banks and insurers and others by massively overvaluing his assets. They also exaggerated his net worth on paperwork used in making deals and securing financing. New York's Attorney General is seeking $250 million in penalties and a ban on Trump ever doing business in his home state of New York. Well, the American soldier who had been in North Korea custody since July could be heading back to the U.S. soon. Bradley Blackburn has the story from New York.
U.S. officials say they now have custody of American soldier Travis King, The transfer happened in China. Earlier Wednesday, North Korea abruptly said it was planning to expel the 23-year-old Army private who dashed across the border between North and South Korea in July while on a tour of the demilitarized zone. North Korea's state news agency says King confessed to illegally entering the country and that he maintained he had faced racial discrimination and inhumane treatment in the U.S. Army. The Wisconsin native was convicted of assault and had just been released from a military jail in South Korea and was supposed to be heading back to the U.S. to face more disciplinary charges. But instead of departing, he hopped on a bus tour for the DMZ. It took weeks for North Korea to acknowledge King was in their custody. Now he's expected to face additional charges in the U.S. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
U.S. officials have said that King has been declared AWOL, which can be punished by time in the brig, forfeiture of pay, or a dishonorable discharge.